Wrong thing on YouTube. I ain't about to go back and change it. Leave that what it is. Pastor Mike, what's happening, man? What you doing, Pastor Mike? Good morning. How y'all doing? Good evening, good afternoon. Some of y'all might be in, I don't know where. How y'all feeling this morning? This here is this is something I must do. And due to the question I asked, right? I asked the question, who really knew God? In the first six chapters of the Bible, who really knew God? Some people said Abraham, some people said Adam, some people said Noah, some people say this, some people say that. Okay, well, who really knew God? Like, who really knew God in the first six books of the Bible? In the first six books of the Bible, who really knew God? I say that because, I got to go to y'all defense with a lot of these people that be running out there running their mouth, and which they're not even our concern no more, and that's not even a thought. They not even a thought. But I really want you all to have a better understanding of the book. And what I mean by that, y'all all right? Y'all good? Everybody all right? What I mean by that is that when you read that book, you dig? When you read that book, you would know what you're saying, right? If I go through Genesis, if I go through Exodus, if I go through Leviticus, if I go through Numbers, if I go through Deuteronomy, right? How many of them really knew God? People ain't knew God, man. People ain't know God. People in the Bible ain't know no God. People ain't know no God. I'm going to show you in the Bible they didn't know God. So I'm gonna ask you like Joshua said. Joshua asked a simple question. Joshua said, who you gonna serve? The God that your fathers knew, that came out of Egypt, or the gods that's gonna be in these lands, the Amorites? What God y'all gonna serve? Me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord. I and my house, we know who the Lord is. Now who y'all gonna serve? Who y'all gonna serve? The people say, and we gonna serve the Lord. Y'all can't serve the Lord. Y'all can't serve him. Why? I know y'all. I see what y'all doing. Okay, now watch this, people. I asked a simple question on the Facebook thing, right? A simple question. What's wrong with this thing? Oh, we ain't got time to play with this here. Watch this, people. I'm gonna show you how bad we've been taught in the church. Watch this. What's wrong with this thing? You have all these different people run out there, all these different religious folks run their mouth, right, about this Bible, right? Okay. In the first six books of the Bible, them people didn't know no God. Abraham, did you know God? No. How you was gonna know God, Abraham? How you was gonna know him? Who taught you? You come from Terah. Terah was into idolatry. So this is why God called you. And when God calls you, he's teaching you who he is. You learning God as you go, Abraham. Because if you really knew God, Abraham, why you lied about Sarah? Why you didn't trust God? Why you just didn't believe God was going to make everything all right? You had to lie about Sarah being your sister. You really didn't know God, Abraham. So now, I Isaac, did you really know God? No. Jacob, did you really know God? No. Noah, did you really know God? No, Mike. I'm just doing what he tell me to do, bro. He gave me this faith. I'm building this ark. I don't really know him. So I asked a simple question. In the first 6 books of the Bible, who really knew God? Nobody. 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 This is why Joshua, at the end, Joshua said, as far as me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. Now, if y'all see it evil to do it, if y'all see that it is evil to do it, and that's on y'all. That's on y'all. So the people say, oh, we're going to serve God. We're going to do this and that. Man, stop lying. Y'all know better than Peter talking about, I'll go to jail for you, Jesus. I'll die for you, Jesus. Man, stop lying, bro. You're going to deny me 3 times. And this is the thing. Let me get these other people back on. This is the thing I be trying to get you to get you all to understand. In church, what is a total commitment to God? Not paying no tithes, that's not no total commitment to God. Not letting nobody beg you to debt, that's not no total commitment to God. You running around here naming and claiming, that's not no total commitment to God. What is a total commitment to God? I'm gonna break it down for you. Give me a minute. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you something. Just stay right there for 1 second. If you gotta go by, you're gonna learn something right here. I promise you that. Watch this, people. Watch this. I'm gonna go back in the 24th chapter of Joshua and break the 24th chapter of Joshua down, right? I'm gonna shoot back to the 12th chapter of Genesis, because I'm gonna tie the 12th chapter of Genesis in with the 24th chapter of Joshua, right? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna show you Jacob. Jacob really didn't know who God was, but yet Jacob was the one say, God, I vow, I'll give you 10 if you do this and you do that. Okay, Jacob, if that be the case, you really knew God, Jacob, why in the world you went to Egypt? Why in the world you went to Egypt, Jacob? If you really knew God, why the world did you go to Egypt? You wasn't supposed to go to Egypt. You were supposed to stay in the land of Canaan. But okay, cool. God already knew you really didn't know him, Jacob. God already knew you was going to act a fool, Jacob. So God, come here, Joseph. Come here. Why? I need you, Joseph. For what, God? You're going to be the one to deliver your family. You're going to be the one to deliver your family. Why? Because your daddy really don't know me, and your daddy really don't trust me, and your daddy going to get the family, and your daddy going to come to Egypt, and that's when y'all going to wind up in bondage. But yet I told Abraham, because I was telling Abraham, y'all really don't know me. So when we get to the end of Joshua, Joshua said, as far as me and my house, we going to serve the Lord. I don't know what y'all going to do. I don't know how y'all going to do it. Why? Do y'all really know God? Do y'all really know God? If I ask you today, do you really know God? You don't know God. Who taught you? Who taught you God? Joshua said, either y'all going to serve the God that your father served, that came out of Egypt, or you going to serve the God that's in this land, the Amorites' God. Stop, stop, stop. According to the Bible, Joshua is talking to who? Who is Joshua speaking to? Who is Joshua speaking to? Joshua is speaking to a bunch of young folks. How? Why? Because them almost 2 million people that came out of Egypt, they died. And they died in the wilderness. Only 2 people